is it? What's out there?
I don't know. No, there's something out there.
Vin Diesel has given fans an exciting sneak peek at the long-awaited sci-fi sequel, Riddick 4. Titled Riddick Furia, the movie sees Diesel returning as the iconic anti-hero Richard B. Riddick. He shared a new behind-the-scenes shot on Instagram showing him staring fiercely into the sky, hinting that some bad guys are about to face his wrath. Diesel has been hyping up the fourth Riddick movie for a while now, and he's set to reunite with director David Twohy. While much about the sequel is still under wraps, Twohy has teased that Riddick Furia will finally dive into Riddick's past. The director shared, "Our Legion fans have demanded it for years, and now we're ready to deliver with Riddick Furia. Over the past 20 years, Vin and I have worked together to create 3 films, 2 video games, an anime, and online motion comics. This new movie will take us back to Riddick's homeworld and explore where he came from." Riddick was first introduced in 2000's Pitch Black, a sci-fi horror where a crew crash lands on a planet filled with deadly nocturnal creatures. The franchise expanded with the 2004 sequel, The Chronicles of Riddick, which introduced a larger universe and the Necromonger Empire. While the sequel didn't do well with critics or at the box office, Riddick took a more isolated approach, returning to the smaller, tense atmosphere of Pitch Black. Fans have been hoping for a fourth movie ever since. Riddick Furia will again be written and directed by David Twohy, with Diesel returning not only as the lead, but also as a producer. The official synopsis for the film has been released. Riddick returns to his homeworld, a place he barely remembers and fears may be in ruins. There, he finds other Furians fighting for survival against a new monster, and some of them are more like Riddick than he ever imagined. Vin Diesel has also shared a couple of behind-the-scenes photos from Riddick 4, giving fans a sneak peek of what's to come. One image shows Diesel sporting Riddick's signature black goggles, while the other features him navigating a desert landscape in a futuristic vehicle. Although the photos don't give away too much about the plot, they do offer our first glimpse of Diesel's return as the iconic character and possibly a first look at Riddick's home planet Furia. The first photo shows Vin next to a red rock and sand, while the second shows him inside a dune buggy. The second photo also includes a caption that hints at the film's plot. Riddick finally returns to his homeworld, a place he barely remembers and one he fears might be left in ruins. But there he finds other Furians fighting for their existence against a new monster. And some of these Furians are more like Riddick than he could have ever imagined. And that's not all. Riddick Furia has just gotten another exciting tease from Vin Diesel. In a new behind-the-scenes video shared on social media, Diesel gives fans a closer look at the production process, confirming that filming for the highly anticipated sequel is drawing nearer. He captions the post with Furian Friday, giving us a hint that the movie is really starting to take shape. The video shows Diesel standing on the Volume, a cutting-edge virtual production technology that has become a staple in Hollywood, particularly after its use in The Mandalorian. The tech allows filmmakers to create immersive environments without having to shoot on location. Diesel's post hints that filming for Riddick 4 is set to begin on August 26th, adding to the growing anticipation. Just hours after sharing the first clip, Diesel posted another update, revealing that he's currently in Europe for a pre-production meeting about the movie. In his message, Diesel also took a moment to express his gratitude for the unwavering support from fans. With these updates, it's clear that Riddick Furia is gearing up for production, and fans are more excited than ever to see what's next for the iconic anti-hero. While the Chronicles of Riddick films may not have been critical favorites, they've certainly earned a dedicated fan base over the last 2 decades. As we saw with the 2013 film Riddick, which received mixed reviews from both critics and audiences, the franchise's popularity has remained strong. Despite its lukewarm reception, Riddick still managed to perform decently at the box office, pulling in $98.3 million worldwide on a budget of $38 million. With David Twohy back in the director's chair, Riddick Furia is likely to have a similar visual and tonal feel to its predecessors. However, this could also mean the film might not see a dramatic improvement in critical reception. That said, over a decade has passed since the last movie, and Furia has a real chance to reignite the franchise, offering fans the continuation of Riddick's journey that they've been waiting for. The film will explore more of Riddick's home planet, introducing a new enemy while showing Riddick's people fighting for survival. This shift in setting and stakes could give the film a fresh dynamic compared to the previous entries. With production starting soon, it's likely we'll get more behind-the-scenes glimpses from Diesel, heightening excitement for what's to come. That said, there are still some unanswered questions, especially when it comes to the fourth film. While the theatrical version of Riddick moved on from the events of The Chronicles of Riddick, the extended cut included an alternate ending that picked up where the story left off. In this version, Vaco betrays Riddick early on and orders Krone to have him killed. After taking down the bounty hunters and securing the ship, Riddick returns to Hellion Prime to settle things. He tracks down Krone and demands to know where Vaco is, but Krone reveals that Vaco has reached transcendence. Essentially, Vaco has transcended life and death, nearly becoming a deity to the necromongers. Hearing this, Riddick gazes out into the vastness of space, feeling small and defeated. Not only did this alternate ending wrap up the Vaco storyline, but it also squashed Riddick's chance of ever finding out where his homeworld of Furia was. While both endings set up Riddick's ongoing search for his roots, the alternate one definitely gave his quest a much more somber vibe. This alternate ending could actually play a key role in shaping Riddick Furia and adding depth to the storyline. With the revelation that Vaco reached transcendence and Riddick was left without answers about Furia, it sets up a strong emotional core for the next chapter. Riddick's search for his homeworld is something he's carried with him since the first movie, and the uncertainty surrounding it, especially after learning that even Vaco is unreachable, could drive his character even more. The weight of this unanswered quest could push Riddick to explore new sides of himself, perhaps diving deeper into his origins and what it means to be a Furia. Additionally, the idea that Vaco is now in a state of transcendence could open the door for Riddick to encounter even greater forces in the universe. If Vaco has reached this almost godlike status, Riddick could find himself up against more powerful and existential threats, all while still grappling with the loss of his home and people. This struggle could lead to personal growth and conflict for Riddick, especially as he confronts the possibility that his homeworld may be lost forever, or worse, ruined beyond recognition. In terms of the fourth movie, it could provide the perfect foundation for Riddick to face the demons of his past and move forward with more clarity, or even fall deeper into his search for meaning and revenge, all while exploring the mysteries of Furia and the new threats that await him. Well, that's a wrap for today's video, but don't you worry, we'll be back with a whole bunch more juicy updates on your favorite shows and movies, so keep those peepers peeled and stay tuned for more. Thanks a bunch for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.